All right, here we go.
It's time for a man who needs no introduction.
Really?
A man who's done more for radio than the radio
Hopefully.
itself.
That's a big compliment.
A man who is so mysterious.
Hopefully. Is that one turned down over here?
Yep.
Who is this man, you ask? You must know.
It's very, very low.
A man who knows just the truth.
Let's see. Oh, I need to turn that on for me.
Yeah, you and your damn fan power.
But you and him should be on over there.
Yeah, well, as long as you didn't fuck me up, I'm all right. Do you
Oh,
need more?
yeah, he's
more
on.
headphone.
Headphones good.
Yeah, you don't need it cranked all the way.
No.
All right. Sounds
right.
like we're. Yeah, sounds like we're working.
All right,
Holy cow! It might work on the first try tonight.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Who knows with all the shit that's been going on around here?
Yeah.
Will it work? It worked.
Wow, you did something.
It
correct.
worked on the first try
That's amazing.
as I fumble with the microphone.
Not something that normally happens with you.
We are live on tapdetroit.com, and there's people's listening.
Wow, people are listening.
And to the peoples that are listening, I just want everybody to know that there is a problem with the website, but it works.
Stop whining.
I didn't say that. You said that. The website is working. I'm working on the issue, and hopefully I'll have it fixed by tomorrow.
Hopefully.
Like, I'm doing my best.
So what is up with the website? They can.
I
Listen
just said,
Yeah, there's something up with the website.
yeah, there's an error that pops up there. Just ignore it. You push the play button, it
So
plays.
they can still listen.
Yeah, it still works.
Sweet.
It's just something I got to fix, and I'm trying to figure out how to fix it.
Good luck.
Well, I thought you were taking over the website
No,
today.
I was talking about.
No, I was all ready to
hosting.
give you the website. It's yours. Take
Yeah,
it.
you have to give me the code and all that shit. I don't think you want
Hey, what do I care? It's yours now.
me. Mine. It's your station. I just show up and help. That's all I am.
No, you can.
That is all I do.
You can take. We got to issue an apology, by the way.
Why? What did you do now?
Well, it's kind of stupid.
What did you do now?
Well, I think a couple weeks ago we were joking around about Ted don't have a song, and then Tiny found a song
Okay.
with Ted,
Yeah.
but I found the song "Don't Tread on Me" by Damn Yankees,
Yeah.
and then I had looked it up,
Yeah.
and where I looked it up said that the writers of the song were James Hetfield and Lars Ulrich from Metallica.
Yes, you did say that.
And then we went on a whole thing about how cool is it that James Hetfield wrote for Damn Yankees. That was all bullshit.
Of course.
That did not happen.
That's why we're the number one source for information.
Ted Nugent wrote that song,
Of course he did.
along with Jack Blades and Tommy Shaw and Michael Cardelloni and whoever else was involved. But some fucking bullshit website that I'm not even going to acknowledge.
This is why you're supposed to do it by three sources too.
Yeah, this is why you're supposed to check before you go on the radio and go, hey, guess who wrote that song?
And that's why I'm not the one with the computer, because you can just get on there and go, click, click, it says this.
And I didn't do my due diligence to do the research. So I started telling everybody, oh, wow, isn't that cool that James Hetfield and Lars Ulrich wrote a song? And then they recorded their version of it too.
So it almost was correct.
No, it wasn't.
So they didn't record a version of the song.
They have Don't Tread on Me
Yeah.
that they wrote.
Yeah.
Damn Yankees have Don't Tread on Me that they wrote.
And they're totally two different songs.
They're two different songs, two different time periods,
Yep.
everything.
Not even similar.
Not even so. We can play them.
Exactly.
You'll hear that they're nowhere near sounding alike. But My point is, I went on here and I said, "Oh, isn't that cool, James Hetfield?"
Complaints can be sent to whodis@tapdetroit.com where they'll be ignored.
Well, yeah, because we can't get into the email right now,
Right.
so it's.
No one's gonna fucking read it anyways.
But anyways, I wanted to clear the air about that because I felt like an idiot the other night talking to a friend and going, "Oh yeah, that's pretty cool that James Hetfield," and he's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
I'm glad you're the one that made that mistake and not me.
I'm like, apparently I'm an idiot that doesn't check before he spews on the air. So,
Info Planky.
so yeah, we cleared that up. So,
Well, that's good. That's good to know.
still love the damn Yankees. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to, it's not the damn Yankees' fault, and it's not Metallica's fault that some idiot went on the web and said, "Oh, James Hetfield wrote that for the damn Yankees." No, he didn't, you fucking moron. And then I'm the moron that believed it.
Yep. I'll agree with that.
So here's to having your own website and fact checking.
Yep. Only the best right here for you.
Yeah. So it's going to be a lovely show tonight, folks.
Yes, because we have a special guest in the studio with us today.
Oh, yeah. Get that all in.
Yeah, we've got Greg over here.
From Soot?
Maybe. I don't know. Why don't you tell us, Greg, where are you from?
I am from Soot.
Whoa!
Is that the only band?
There's a lot of bands.
There's a lot of bands.
Soot is one of them amongst the Swamp Donkeys, Tifadelic's live act, and maybe a few other ins and outs.
No, nothing wrong with that.
Hey, I know a lot of band horrors, so you're fine.
That's right. Like he specializes in band horrors.
Yeah, a lot of my friends are band horrors.
Yeah,
so.
they drum for like 12 different bands.
Yeah.
Play bass or guitar for
Yeah.
You do a lot of things though, right? I mean, you do bass for in backing vocals, you do guitar and vocals, and don't you even play some drums?
I do. I used to play in a cover band for drums.
Oh, nice.
I used to play bass in another band called Rip Shark as well. Shout out to any of those guys if they're listening. They probably are.
So where do you normally play? Like, tell us a little bit about Soot.
Soot has been playing. We've really been expanding lately. We just did last week, and we played in Ypsilanti at Ziggy's.
Yeah.
Turned out really great.
Not far from here.
We've had some good shows at the Old Miami.
Oh, love the Old Miami.
Really, the Hamtramck scene's been where we're mostly stationed at. We played at New Dodge probably about 1,000 times.
Oh, New Dodge is a good one too. Jeez.
And we actually have one coming up on the 4th at Corktown Tavern.
Oh,
4th of January. So
Now,
we'll be there.
Didn't you guys open up recently for some band? What was it? Hillbilly something?
Oh yeah, we played at the Ghost Light in Hamtramck, and we opened for Joan Smith and the Jane Does and Hillbilly Knife Fight.
Yeah, see there. So Tiny's a big knife fight fan.
Oh,
He played them the other week.
They're great. Those guys are awesome. Hillbilly Knife Fight, we played with them a couple times. Those guys are a great band. Always a pleasure to see.
So what do you do for Soot?
Guitar and vocals, if you call it vocals.
If you call it vocals.
It's a little bit of kind of stuff, but
Well, that was Kluber when he was in Iron Knot.
Yeah.
He was doing all that, and I'm like, whoa.
Which is funny because like when you hang out with Greg, I see you expect our growls and coming out. Like when we had an office meeting, I was playing this band and people were just like, "No way!" And they're like, "Oh my god, I can see it now." So they all have a different opinion of Greg now these days.
it all hides behind the beard.
Yeah, obey the beard.
Which is funny because every time people are like, "Well, who do I get?" I'm like, "Look at the guy that looks like he belongs in ZZ Top."
Oh, that's great.
So how long have you been doing the Soot thing?
I think we're probably on 3, maybe 4 years. We started probably right after 2020. The bass player and I, Matt, we got together and started writing on some songs. We had in and outs working with other guys, ended up in other bands, and we got to a point where we had a couple of solid songs, and we picked up our good friend Mike as our drummer. And ever since then, we've been just rolling, cranking out songs, and now we're actually going to be working on a full album that we plan to release after the new year. At some point, we'll start recording with Rat Breath Records.
Oh,
Nice.
So,
Very nice.
and of course we'll get it here and we'll play it, right?
of course,
I like that answer.
Yeah.
you guys will get the exclusive, unreleased, rough draft.
All right.
And if you do it like any other band that I may know on this network, you'll give the song a tiny first.
Yeah, that happens quite a bit. Masterpiece Theater will have the breaking news before we do.
Give it the tiny first, and then I'll play it eventually.
Yeah, that's right.
I just own this. That's all I. That's great, though, man. I like that you're playing Old Miami and the new Dodge. I've been. Corktown's going to be a nice one. It's kind of a small venue, but it's what do you call it? It's got that.
It's intimate.
Yeah, but it's got that vibe, like. I mean, you're right by Old Tiger Stadium, you know?
It's got the grit.
Yeah, it's...
So did you guys come up with the Soot name?
We did. It kind of came up by itself somehow in a way. we had rattled around a couple of names, and then somehow just Matt and I thought of Soot, and the way we said it and the way it rolled, it was great. He drew a little logo on a piece of paper, and that was it. That was the history.
Now, do you guys mostly hang out on the east side? Do you come down river at all, or is it just mostly ham traffic kind of stuff?
Eventually, we'll probably go down river. I know there's a couple bars we've looked at down there about booking some shows. Majority of the time, we're on the east side, but we're starting to venture out and try and pick up some other stuff, especially if we get in some cool bills with some other bands we played with.
Well, this guy heads it in with this place called Road Rangers.
It might have to be a place we play.
Road Rangers, they like the metal, let me tell you.
And Planky might know a band or two.
Yeah, we get some metal. We had some metal bands. What was it? A couple weeks ago, and I was surprised they were really good.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember their names, but I'd have to ask Larry because I think it was up Larry's alley. Because I think Larry was friends with one of the bands or something, so he knew them, and he kind of showed up late, and I'm like, dude, these guys are good. And he's like, oh, they're my buddies or whatever, and I was like, I didn't know that. That's kind of cool.
So I guess the other question is, how do you guys develop your sound?
Well,
I know that was a tough one.
it all started with a beer and a very hot tube behind an amp.
That goes up to 11.
Oh,
It
yeah.
definitely does.
We
Yeah.
got some shit too, by the way.
No, do we?
Yeah, you should have some on there.
Oh, let's check the TED list.
That's right. You checked my list.
Make sure you got it on here. Yeah, you do got it on here. You got 2 songs on here.
Wow, 2 songs.
Yeah, that's what I see. Enemy and No Guarantees.
Is there a favorite, or do you want to hear them both?
I know a lot of people listening think Enemy is the favorite, so maybe start with that one.
Yeah, people always have their favorites, Like my buddies in Shudder, they had a song called "Hate to Hate," and every time I saw them guys, I didn't even have to say it eventually because they're like, "Yeah, we know you want to hear Hate to Hate." Like, we got it. That's your song. We get it. So, this damn thing.
You and that damn triple on your neck.
Well,
You'll
you
get one
can't.
of
You
these
can't
days.
even hear me. That's the. right, so you just want to play this, and
Oh, you're playing them both, aren't you? You're not just gonna play.
oh, I thought he said we were just starting with the.
Do them both.
All right,
That's right. Do it. Come on.
let's do them both. Hell, I don't care. It ain't costing me nothing.
Not at all.
All right, so here's two from Soot, and we'll come back with more stupidity on this show. And yes, we're on YouTube tonight.
Oh, you didn't do Facebook Live? You made
No,
it live.
I'm trying
Here it
to.
is. I told everyone Facebook Live, and next thing you know,
No,
you're on
I'm-
fucking YouTube.
Well, I'm trying to see if YouTube's going to give us a problem. I guess. is
Yeah.
what I'm.
You're testing it to see if
Yeah.
they're gonna nail you for copyright.
Yeah, I'm testing it. If
You're gonna slide it in the back door and see what happens.
if they give me a problem, then we go Facebook Live. But I just wanted to see if it was working. So far we're okay, but
You haven't played anything yet.
we haven't. I was just about to say we haven't played anything. So we'll find out. If we get shut down, it's because we played Soot and we don't have the rights to it.
Yeah,
Even though the guy that's in the band and probably wrote the songs is right here.
that's right.
I'm giving the rights.
There you have it. That's legal, YouTube. That's legal.
Doesn't get much better than that.
That is legit.
Don't screw us, YouTube. Come on.
Here we go. Let's find out.
UntappedDetroit.com, the Plankman Show. Yeah, you gotta adjust that mic to make it more friendly. Go for it.
I didn't want to touch it after it was rolling because I know it's gonna go make a bunch of noise.
And feel free to jump in on conversations anytime you want.
Oh, definitely.
You're part of the show for the night.
Also, the guys in the band hate this song.
So, like you got a drum set there. There's never enough cow though.
Yeah! The sweet sound of soup.
Yeah, there you go, right there on TapDetroit.com, the Plankman Show, where we have Greg, the guitarist and vocalist, right here in studio with us. And who's all in the band?
Oh, you know, you've got me. Good old Greg Johnstone.
Yeah, the only member. He does it all on his own.
Then we've also got the badass bass player Matt Brockway and the fan favorite Mike Valenti. Not from 97.1.
Not
Wait.
from 97.
Wait, why not?
Different Mike Valenti.
Wow.
A better Mike Valenti.
I was gonna say he's got to be better.
Well, he's a drummer, so I'm sure Planky likes him
if he's
already.
a drummer,
He
he's
doesn't even
already
know.
better than the other one. Is he a State fan?
He is. Actually, his wife loves
shit.
State. So
Shit.
they're married to the State game.
Shit.
Michael, I know you hear me.
Shit.
Why do you say that, Planky?
U of M, man. Of course, State has a good basketball team, so we'll give them that. We'll give them that. They got a good basketball program.
So you got some upcoming stuff, right? You got a show coming up here shortly.
Oh yeah, yep. Definitely the next one's going to be at the Corktown Tavern.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
And we've got a couple other bands that will be worth checking out too. Deaf Go Blind. Good friend of ours, Devin, he's playing in that band. So
All right.
And it's actually a birthday show.
A birthday show.
The day before the show will be our bass player Matt's birthday. And the day after is going to be the drummer of Deaf Go Blind's birthday.
Wow, that's pretty cool birthday party.
Then we also have a band, 7 Ways, that we play in too.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I've never heard them. Excited to play with them though. I know they have 3 guitarists.
Ooh.
For some reason this sounds familiar, but I don't know if I know them or maybe I've just heard the name around.
I don't know. You tell me.
7 Ways sounds familiar. There's a lot of bands in Metro Detroit.
Yeah, there is.
Try keeping up with all of them.
It's very difficult.
Good Lord.
I mean, especially since like 800 of them.
Oh, I don't know about that, but I
don't know. Every time I'm here, you're like, hey, this band and that band. I'm like, I don't know.
And a lot of them ain't local though. A lot of them are out of state.
Yeah, they're local to somebody.
Yeah, like our friends in Immortal Guardian. They're from Vegas, so
yeah.
Them guys were cool.
For sure. Definitely. You look in thought.
I got nothing. I shouldn't have done the shot. Now.
Well, it wasn't Yaker, so I mean, you should be all fine.
It was a good shot.
Not bad for a guy that doesn't make drinks.
Kristen, you're not supposed to know that yet.
Oh, don't worry. She's not listening. It's open jam night, by the way, at Road Rangers.
Yeah, did you know about that? You guys can go down there for open jam night and play for free as well if you wanted to test the song out.
On Thursdays?
Thursdays and one Friday a month. Don't ask me which Friday because it depends on the one that Kristen wants to do.
So tell them about open jam just for the hell of it.
Yeah, open jam. They just let anybody come up. It's backline, so there's already amps and full drum kit and cowbell.
He's excited about the cowbell part.
Yeah, well,
there needs to be a lot of cowbell.
Yeah, we were talking about the cowbell. So
well, I tried to get him to go up on stage and play cowbell, but he won't do it.
No.
How many cowbells are in your drum set? 4?
There's 3 on there now. I got to find the 4th one. It's in somewhere. I don't know where it is.
He's the only man that can do a roll down the drum set on cowbells versus knobs.
I'm gonna record a video for YouTube here, and I'm gonna do a cowbell solo.
That's right. He can do all his fills on cowbell.
Do a cowbell solo, but yeah. So literally anybody can go up there tonight. What time is it? It's about the time we start getting things moving up there, and you just have to sign the book. They got a blue book. You sign in, name of your band or who you are and what you play, guitar or whatever.
Yeah, you can go up as a solo act if you want.
Yeah. Lots of guys
or the whole band can come down there.
There was this kid. He was a guitar player and he played Van Halen, and he just wanted to play guitar. He didn't have a band, so a drummer and a bass player went up there, joined him, and rocked out 4 songs with him. So it's really cool what they do. And I haven't. I mean, maybe there are other bars that do it, and I just don't know about it. But it's the only one that I've seen that does it on a weekly basis. So it's really cool that they let people go up there and just kind of, jam or. There's a lot of new up and coming bands that want to get out there, but they don't really have a way. So they come to the open jam and they play in front of Kristen, and then she sees them and she's like, okay, maybe I can get these guys in on a gig that she's trying to, fill a date or whatever. So it's a good way to get in front of the bar and.
Not that you have a problem getting in front of the bar.
Well, I'm just saying for younger bands.
But if you guys wanted to come down and jam and see what Road Rangers is all about,
I'm definitely going. So
Yeah, I believe I'll be there tomorrow. I freaking don't know what's
he's
going
got a
on
seat
tomorrow.
with his name on it, so
Um,
he's there that often.
I don't know.
Bet they make him pass out water and bring cases of beer over from the back room. He's like an unofficial employee.
Oh yeah, I pretty much worked there for the drinks. Is this Friday right here?
I don't know.
Yes, Friday the 13th. Strength Beyond You, Pre-Cordial Thump, Fuel the Fire. Hopefully I read those right. That's who we got tomorrow night.
Notice how he says that's who we got.
Well, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be working. I might as well say we,
That's why I always joke that he owns the
because
bar.
I try
And
not.
I got him in trouble one night with Kristen because of that.
I try to like sit there and pretend like I'm not working there, and then it's Planky, go get me a 20 pack of Labatt or one, and then I'm like, there goes the pretending I don't work here. And then Saturday night's the big night.
The big night.
Yeah, we got the Bob Seger tribute band, Fire Lake.
Yeah,
They packed the place. They packed the
There we
place.
go.
Yeah, and
they get a lot of. There's been times you can't even walk around in that place.
yeah, my buddy Randy is the bass player in there, and man, they do a good job. Yeah, it's just them all night.
that would be cool to see.
Yeah,
I do love to watch her strut.
that was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
So, like, what got you into music just for the hell of it?
Oh, pretty tough. I really don't know what got me into it. I guess
Did you just one day like come out with a guitar? It was like, bam, that's me.
I wish I was born with a guitar, but I wasn't. But I think I just heard so many songs that was just wow to me, and I can't remember all of them. I do know one that really spoke to me. And I was like, wow, I wish I was a musician. Was "Hair of the Dog" by Nazareth.
Oh,
Now you're messing with a son of a bitch. After that, I was like, man, I love music, and it just grew from that point.
Yeah.
And
Go ahead.
it was just ongoing discovering bands and bands and bands, and it just got to the point where I honed in what bands I like and wanted to make that music, and then at a later age ended up picking up guitar and figuring the stuff out.
So, what was your first instrument? Was it guitar, bass, drums?
My first instrument was the oboe.
The oboe. Really?
I played the oboe in 6th grade band, and I hated it. And I wanted to switch to bassoon because the bassoon was a bigger, better oboe.
That's funny.
Then I ended up, I guess, not really hating. I could still play the bassoon, probably for not the last 6 years or so.
Is the bassoon the reason why you came out with a beard?
It could be.
Little childhood drama.
But once I started getting involved with early high school bands, I was in the band called the Underwater Firemen, originally named Soup Kitchen. And we would play a couple shows. We used to play at the Ritz.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, we played at the Ritz.
the real Rich?
The real Ritz.
Oh,
And we would have teachers from our high school come and watch us at the Ritz. And I was just a vocalist because I realized I could kind of do like the Anthony Kiedis rap singing thing. And I was like, all right, I'm going to advance from the bassoon and now act like I'm Anthony Kiedis. And it worked for a little bit until I realized if I wanted to really sing, I'd have to take some lessons. And after that, things expanded. I figured out how to growl and all over the place.
Now, are you self-taught?
Not entirely. Well, with the screaming, yeah. But vocally, though, I did take almost a year of vocal lessons to actually sing.
Oh, nice.
So I can sing somewhat.
We have a Bruce Dickinson over here.
Haven't practiced that a ton, but the screaming stuff I kind of learned on my own. Thank you, YouTube.
Thank you, YouTube. Everything is on YouTube.
That's right. You can learn everything on YouTube these days.
Everything.
So, like, when did you first pick up the guitar?
2010.
God, he's young.
Wow.
I feel fucking old.
Wow.
I was still in high school.
Fuck, I feel really.
Fuck. Oh, wow.
I was a junior.
Yeah.
And I was playing with a band, and I played a couple songs as a rhythm guitarist.
Ah.
And then after that, the guitar collection grew, the amp collection grew, and then I really just started playing more and more and more, and got to the point where I either played bass or guitar in a band.
Wow.
That's like a Kluber thing.
Yeah.
But before that, bassoon.
There's nothing wrong with that because I played the baritone, which was like a fucked up French horn.
Yeah,
it was.
I was all about the double reed.
Yes, you like that thing vibrating.
That's great.
Oh yeah.
They're expensive now. I was actually looking the other day at double reed prices.
There's not that many that are double reed. That's like the only double reed instrument.
I think you've got the oboes, a tiny little squirrely double reed, and I didn't like that.
Because I mean, like clarinets and saxophones and all that shit's all single.
They're single. I think the English horn maybe has a double reed, but I'm not positive.
I have no clue.
That's two pieces of bamboo that vibrate when you or wood that
I have
vibrate
no clue.
when you blow on them.
I have no clue.
It's beyond the planky mind.
I never took an instrument.
Think if somebody took a drumstick, smashed it flat, put it on a mouthpiece, and yet how it made the noise was vibrating the reed and blowing air through it.
Oh, I get the concept. I'm just saying I never took an instrument in school.
He wasn't forced to. I was.
No,
I was forced from a young age of like 4th grade.
No, I was forced to go to catechism.
And then in middle school, I was forced to play. And then do I dare say it, high school, I was at the symphony and in marching band and in regular concert band.
I was in marching band too.
But in middle school was when I learned guitar myself.
I did drumline.
Nice.
I can picture that.
Nice.
I did drumline, but I only played the bass drum.
Hey, it could have been a cowbell though.
I had the opportunity to advance. I auditioned, I think, for the quads at one point or another, but I really just wanted to mess around and play "Drop It Like It's Hot" by Snoop Dogg, and people loved it. So I stayed on the bass and just kept basing it out.
Nice.
We actually have a connection to Snoop Dogg.
Yes, we do. Believe it or not.
Oh,
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, the former owner of TapDetroit.com.
No.
Well, I mean, he was the bass player for.
Not the former owner.
Well, he doesn't own it anymore.
He never owned it. T Money Green.
Well, I know T Money Green, but I'm saying Olin. He was. Never mind. Whatever.
Yeah. Well, you're thinking T Money was in the band
Yeah.
with Olin.
Yes.
But I
That's where
was just going with T Money.
All right. Yeah. There you.
I left Olin out of the whole
Yeah,
damn
you just
thing.
wiped him off like
I
he never
just
even
wiped
fucking
him right out.
existed.
Yeah, I just wiped him out. Well, because he left me this. That's why.
Yeah. So, like, anyways, the former bass player of Snoop Dogg, T Money Green.
Yeah. Snoop Dogg's first record, the band T Money Green was the bass player, and T Money Green put the band together for Snoop. So that band that recorded that first record for Snoop was from Detroit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we got to interview him about Motown.
Oh yeah. T Money Green's a wealth
Yeah,
of
legend.
knowledge. Oh my God.
Yeah, we spent 2 hours with the guy talking about Motown one day.
Yeah. He. Oh God. We gotta get T Money Green again. I'm gonna have to run up to the Russell and be like, "Are you still alive?"
Who also did the bass lines for the former owners
Yeah.
of the radio station's rap band.
Yeah. Dope rhyme villain.
Yeah, get it right. Don't break down.
That's what you were going with.
That's where I was going,
Yeah.
and you went a totally different
I
angle.
went a totally different way. I just went straight for T Money.
That's
I
right.
ignored Olin.
Fuck that Olin guy. He doesn't even exist. He got clean. Nobody cares about him.
Well, I had to drill the hole in T Money Green's suite there at the Russell because Olin didn't have a drill bit. So I had to bring my drill and my drill bit to drill the hole for the
That's his claim to fame, by the way.
for the line
Out
for
of all the important and famous musicians he's not, this is his like limelight.
well, for the line for his security camera for the door, so I had to drill a hole so he could run the line through. And I'm like, really, Olin, you didn't have a drill bit? Really? I think he just didn't want to do
Probably not.
it. I did it for T Money, though, because I love T Money.
So, like, looking at all the instruments you play and the things that you've done, what's your favorite instrument?
It's gotta be guitar. It's gotta be guitar.
Yeah.
It's the best to play with on stage. It's fun. I have so goddamn many of them.
And nobody goes home with the bass player.
Oh. A lot of the times the bass player's already married, or the bass player is so much of a hound dog that the chicks can't stay off of him. He doesn't know which one to pick. I was a bass player once upon a time, and it probably wasn't the same for me. I went home and learned a lot of things. But the bassist is Soot. He's married.
Oh, there you
And
go.
very happily. Shout out to her, Ricky. I don't know if you're listening or not.
There you go. Yeah, I don't know if people know we're on YouTube. I think I said it.
Well, I hope you did, because I told everyone they should go fucking look at Facebook Live, and there it is. You're like, fuck that kid tonight. He's the one that did.
Well, I can't see it. I have no access to it.
I know you
can't-
should have said something. I would have corrected it. I did ask you if you wanted me to post something. I just do whatever you want to do, and here we are. I say one thing, and you just go ahead and do something different.
Well, we could do Facebook.
No, we don't have to. You're already on there.
We haven't been shut down by YouTube in a while, so
Thank you, YouTube.
yeah.
It's all because he said we had a.
And there's two people.
There's two people.
Two people watching right now. Right
Wow.
there.
Hey, there
It
we
says
go.
so.
God forbid.
So apparently,
Thank you, two people, who
Yeah.
are listening,
Well, they're watching.
I told him
watching.
if they didn't listen, I was going to complain.
Were you gonna leave the band if they didn't listen?
Oh, no, never. Never leave the band.
You tell them you'd write a ballad next time.
The band would just have to diss YouTube.
I'm going solo acoustic.
Hey, he's done that before. He's played shows by himself.
Oh, yeah.
And drummers never get to do a show by themselves. That's
You guys beat your sticks in other ways.
You could.
It's a solo act.
just play the drums to every song. What about the guitar and bass? Fuck them. They didn't show up tonight.
See, that's where your kettlebells come into play.
There's a pretty cool place. I believe it's Harper Woods, maybe East Point, Candlelight Lounge. They do a lot of acoustic shows, and they're trying to up the acoustic show game and get some more stuff going on there. And they've got acts coming in, and I played there. That's one of the places I played acoustically. And I know they've got some stuff they're working in the hops. They're trying to get some more acoustic nights, and drummers will play the cajon, the tap box, and
Oh, you got somebody at Tap Box, didn't you?
Yeah, my buddy Well, Razlog, the drummer for Poet the band down in Nashville now, but he's from here. He had bought one, and then my buddy Daryl, the drummer of Ray Street Park in Holshot, Ray Street Park was supposed to play a show in Wyandotte acoustic. And Daryl's like, oh, I guess I ain't fucking playing, you know? And I'm like, Daryl, why don't you get one of them box things? I didn't know what it was called.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I got a hold of my buddy Razlog down in Nashville and, asked him a few things about, like, what should I tell Daryl?
What does it do?
Yeah, yeah.
Play with it.
And so I told Daryl about it, and Daryl's like, all right, I'm going to go to Mike Carey and buy one, And I guess he played the show with it and just loves the damn thing now,
So he can take a Planky.
Yeah, so I help out every once in a while.
Yeah, sometimes you
Especially when it's Daryl, Daryl's a good guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, those things I don't have one.
No, you got 4 cowbells.
I got this thing, whatever. Some reason I bought this, I don't know why.
It's a very bad interpretation of a maraca.
Well, I just bought it because I thought it sounded cool. So that's my new toy.
I see that.
It shakes pretty nice.
Yeah,
He had a very good wrist motion there going on, didn't he?
my wrist was broken, by the way.
Get this thing
That was faster that time.
More excited. Definitely more excited.
What do you got in there? Rice or macaroni?
I don't know. I
Here,
just
check
bought
it out.
I
Here,
just,
you play the drums.
yeah, I just bought it off of
Oh, here?
Amazon.
Yeah.
That sounds okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it on Amazon, and they have a video of somebody doing it.
It's a lot better than you tried to play the kazoo the other day.
Oh God, that was horrible.
Kazoo.
Yeah,
You don't want to know.
yeah. The band Plethora has kazoos, and
We had 2 grown men
Yeah.
in the studio trying to play kazoos and didn't know how to play the
couldn't,
kazoo.
couldn't figure it out.
I love a kazoo.
Yeah.
Specifically, the comb kazoo they did in Jimi Hendrix Crosstown Traffic.
Oh,
See, he's a
I
wealth of knowledge too.
love
Yeah.
that. I love that. They played that with combs with wax paper, right? I think that's what they did.
sounds about right.
And that kazoo. People can't kazoo like that anymore.
No,
If
No.
there was ever a kazoo,
The kazoos I hear now, I'm like, man,
plastic garbage.
that's
Plastic.
trash. You need to see Jimmy.
Yeah,
Well, you should have seen Blanky and I trying to figure out how to play
Oh.
kazoo. It was quite hysterical.
it was horrible. That was terrible.
2 grown adults couldn't even get a kazoo to play.
I played a kazoo when I was a kid. Like I couldn't do it as an adult though.
No, you couldn't, but neither could I.
Like, geez. But yeah, that was just something I picked up because I'm like, oh, what if I'm up at Open Jam some night and they want to do an acoustic thing and like somebody needs that? Like, hey, there you go.
Yeah, I highly doubt anyone else Mike Knight's gonna be waiting for that.
You never know.
Oh, I have a
You
strong
never
feeling
know.
that they're not
You
gonna want
never know.
that after they see
You
your hand
never
shaking
know.
that thing.
You never know because, what was it? The drums. Something happened with the drums. Something broke or something.
That's not a drum.
It's an instrument, just like the drums and the guitar and all of that.
So is the skin flute. People
It makes
don't
a
play that live.
it makes a different sound. It's like a tambourine, but it sounds like rocks or something in there.
Fish rock.
Yeah, like little tiny rocks.
Could very well be.
But you never know. Somebody may need it. I take it up to the bar and be like, hey, there you go. You use that.
Yeah, for sure. There you go.
I've had
It's been in Blakey's hands. People will love it forever.
I've had to donate my drums a few times, and
So that's what you're calling it these days?
drums, they're in the other room.
Donating?
I did for benefits,
Yeah.
so that they had a drum kit, so they didn't have to switch over. Donated my drums every time.
Have you ever donated your drums?
No.
It was the only way I could get them tuned was to donate them, so that somebody that knew how to play them tuned them. And I'm like, oh, good, now they sound good. All right.
I have given away a guitar though.
Uh-oh.
I did. One time I did a job one time. I had to drill some holes through some tile. And I went to a random house in Mount Clemens. And
That sounds scary.
they are flipping the house and they're like, hey, can you come through? I know you've got the tile hole saws. Just put the diverter case in, the 3 handles for the switch over from diverter to tub to shower head, hot and cold, drill the holes, I'll pay you. I got there and they said, well, I've got $40 cash, but I have this guitar.
Oh.
And I said, okay.
What kind of guitar?
What kind of guitar is this? So I'm looking at it and they're like, listen, I'll give you some money and I'll give you this guitar. And I look at the guitar, deal. So I don't remember. Maybe the brand was Crestwood. I don't remember what guitar brand it was. It was pink and purple.
Wow.
And I respray painted it charcoal gray and put some ugly pickup colors on it, like a chartreuse green and all this random stuff. And then I sanded down Crestwood on the headstock of the guitar and wrote Skender instead of Fender.
He came up with his own guitar line.
And then I gave it away to actually one of the siblings of Tiffadelic. And that was the end of that guitar.
That was the end of it.
That guitar has had more success on her page as that guitar than I ever had with it. 'Cause I think I might have smashed it and shot it a couple times with something.
Wow.
So it was actually called Skender.
But giving it away, it was good, you know.
Nice. What was a favorite show that you played out of all the gigs you've done? You got one that stands out?
Oh man, favorite show.
We're having tough questions.
I've got a few. So actually, there was a New Dodge show that I played with the band the Swamp Donkeys, and it was a follow-up show from earlier in the week. We opened for Rickshaw Billy's Burger Patrol. They're from Texas.
Oh, wow.
We opened for them on their touring act, and then we had a show for our album release 3 days later at New Dodge. That show was fantastic. The crowd was energetic. People from the Rickshaw show that lived in Canada came back to see us.
Wow.
And it was awesome. Also, I would say probably a couple of the most recent Soot shows have been really good. I'd probably even say the Ziggy's show that we just did in Yipsy, that was really good.
A good show.
Good show. Tons of support. We played with really great bands that night. We got invited out by Angel of Mars, and they're a really cool band. And we heard about them from Solar Monolith, another band that we've had amazing shows with too. So a ton of the shows that we played with, basically at any point where we have these local bands that they're really cool people, those shows always end up being great shows.
Yeah.
And the past couple Soot shows have just been really awesome experiences with the bands we've played with and gotten out, having all that time with bands we like. And anytime we play with Hillbilly Night Fight, those shows are great. It doesn't matter where we play with Hillbilly Night Fight. those guys are super cool to hang out with. They pull a crowd, and it's always such a fun time that the whole place becomes a party by the end of the night.
I have noticed that even on their YouTube page, they actually have videos of you guys playing. They do.
They are great guys, and I played with them with other bands too. Like I know, like Tiffadelic has played with them, and I've played with Tiffadelic and Hillbilly, and the Swamp Donkeys have played with Hillbilly, and so it's played with Hillbilly maybe 3 times at this point now. And when you run into those guys, they're just really great guys. You see them, they're like, "Hey, you ready for the next show?" We've always got something lined up with them, and those shows turn out to be great. Favorite venues, though, as opposed from like the best shows, Old Miami might be one of the best places to play.
Yeah, why is that so?
That place hones its own regular crowd every time. That even if your regular crowd doesn't come through, people come to Old Miami to check it out.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
yeah. It's a real. And do they still have the fire pit outside?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God,
Yep.
that was so cool when I
They've got
went
the
there.
fire pit. Then people walk off the street and they pop in. It's their regular crowds. They're coming to check out the show no matter what. And if you're playing at Old Miami, people are there. It's filled out, and that's where you get connections, meet other bands. If you're on the bill with bands, you build an even bigger scene with people that might not have known who you were before they walked in, and they stick around. It's a great regular bar.
Yeah, I was a big fan. I went down there to see Shotgun Soul,
Yeah.
and the guitar player Mossberger, he just kept, oh, you're gonna fucking love this place, and then by the end of the night I was like, dude, how have I never been here before? It's like in the heart of the city and never knew it was there, you know? Like such a cool little bar, And a pretty nice stage too,
Oh, yeah.
huh?
It is a nice stage. I don't know who they have working sound all the time. The last time I was there, the sound guy was fantastic.
It's all about the sound guy.
Just the last time, though.
Not the previous time.
The first time, the guy might have tried to push my stuff off the stage a little too fast.
Ooh,
That's fighting words right there.
Oh, slow down.
I've since heard he might not work there anymore.
I wonder why.
Was there a little anger management going on?
I really didn't say anything, but shout out to the band Knuckle Dragger. If those guys are listening, because one of those guys kind of snapped at the guy for me when he was pushing my amp away. So, Ray, thank you.
Yeah. Jeez.
You should see if you get any of the Hillbilly Night Fight if you can find them online or something to play. You gotta have something. I don't know. Think about it. I'm curious. I know Tiny would.
They have a ton of great songs.
Yeah, Tiny probably has it.
I know I just put you on the spot, but you're good at doing that last minute stuff. Spending like 5 minutes trying to.
Yeah, it's like doing a radio show with Tiny all over again.
If you can find the song Donkey Seed, as a personal favorite of mine with those guys. I ask them every time, you guys playing Donkey Seed?
Is that Donkey Seat or Donkey Seed?
Seed.
That just sounds wrong.
Like they're going to grow a donkey.
That's the better seed than what I was thinking of.
Well, it's funny. You type in Donkey Seed, and the only thing that comes up is Hillbilly Night Fight.
I love that song.
So apparently there's not another band that recorded that. I mean, it's a great title. Why wouldn't somebody else, They were the only ones, apparently. Let's see if
you can figure this one out again.
Let's make sure that's turned on.
This is radio for one sometimes, by the way.
If it works.
Circle of Death.
Apparently the internet does not work for. And watch, it'll be a commercial right away.
Oh, of course. You know it will be.
because that's what YouTube does. Yeah, YouTube. I'm using YouTube to. There's like a weird circle going here.
I bet you it's Liberty Mutual. Liberty.
Can you guess what commercial's gonna play?
Everybody?
Like, why won't it play?
I have no idea. You tell me.
This is kind of stupid.
Yeah, it is.
Like, what the hell? Like, it's literally just spinning.
It is.
Like,
That's funny. Oh, there's a pause button now. Oh.
I think we got it.
Yeah!
We got it.
It's the Plankman Show on tapdetroit.com. Damn, that was awesome.
Yeah, I can see why Tiny likes that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's right up Tiny's alley.
Yeah, definitely.
Those guys are great.
Yeah, that's Tiny's kind of music right there.
Oh, yeah. So we got Greg from Soot in the studio with us, the singer and guitarist. And that was Hello Knife Fight, one of the bands that they've actually played with several times. What has some of the most bizarre experiences you've had?
I have one absolutely crazy experience.
Oh boy.
Not that comes to mind with anything with Soot or the recent bands I played with, but when I played with Rip Shark, indie rock band. All right. We got put on a bill at Paychecks, which is now
Oh, I've heard of that place.
it's a different name. I think it's called the Sanctuary.
Yeah,
maybe.
that sounds right.
Oh yeah.
We played a show there on floor, and I don't know if I want to name the band that did this or not, but they got it, so we did not get paid that night.
Ooh.
Bastards.
Ooh.
They're a Canadian band. I'll go as far as that.
Oh, them damn Canucks.
Maybe 5-10 minutes before they were supposed to be there, they asked everyone if they can get a ride and if they could borrow amps and other musical equipment to do their performance.
Yeah.
They showed up, we played, and we're on the bill. And mind you, at this time, we're playing as basically an indie rock band. We've got what I thought was a really good lineup on the set list, and we put a lot of energy into the show. A lot. Big drum fills, big bass slides, big dramatic breaks in the songs, and we got crickets for an audience because they're there to see punk and hardcore and they were there for that. And this was a string of it might have been the first of 3 or 4 shows in a row we were playing, and we just did like a big block of we're gonna play this show, this show, this show, this show. We were there. This band, the singer, who the rest of his band was mortified. I think maybe the chick on bass was 16. Who knows? But she was basically a stone statue by the end of the show, just staring into space, scared of everything that happened that night. At one point or another, the singer of this band took the microphone off the stand and started bashing his nose with it and making very feminine noises while he was doing it.
That's a quite interesting kind of band.
And he made his nose bleed all over the place after bashing it so many times.
Oh my god.
And then we ended up all not getting paid because they said they had to pay for blood pathogen cleaning after the show was done.
Oh wow.
CSI's got to come in and crime scene analysis.
Overhearing at the end of it, the chick that played bass and that man was like, I don't know why he had to do that. That was too much.
That was too much.
But he took the mic and he was beating his nose like over and over again.
He tried to get that coke out.
And it was not good.
What? Why? Why was he beating?
I have no idea because their music
Day
wasn't that hard. And the band that came on after them, I'll say their name because they were good. Tooth, the band Tooth played after them, and they were hardcore and had mosh pits, and they played well. They had a really good set, and they were really hard, and people loved it. But the band before that, I don't know what they were trying to do there, but man.
New age indie, we just beat ourselves to death on stage.
Did the crowd have a whole, wow, I don't know what's going on here tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Not to switch gears, but one of your former bands that you're one of the bands that you play with did Arts, Eats, and Beats, right?
Oh, of course, yeah. So Tiffadelic has played Arts, Beats, and Eats, I think twice now, Taco Fest twice, and also played I want to say it was Winter Blast, I think is the correct name, and Harvest Fest. And they are currently working on some new stuff as well and have a show coming up in Chicago.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
And the venue, I don't entirely remember. I could find slightly fast. They'll be playing at Underground Lounge in Chicago on, I believe, the 18th of January.
So how was your Arts, Eats, and Beats experience?
It was great. Playing in front of the big crowds and having the the support of people that come out and really just being able to get included in that and have all that energy. When you're at the festival, you play a bar show, sometimes people don't know who you are and stuff. It's like the festivals, you might have a fan or two that come out or some people that show up at the festivals that are friends of the band and stuff. But when you're in a bigger setting like that, the draw of attention, you don't realize how many people see, wow, this is really cool. I really like what they're doing. And it's not normally the people that would just go out to a bar. So you've got families, a lot of kids, younger people, and they see like almost an inspiration. And I know we've all been told a ton of times, like, wow, like my kids thought you guys were great. My kids thought you performed well. I know Tiffadella herself has had people come up and say, wow, you really killed it. Like, we saw this, and like kids are watching and they're like, I want to be a singer. I want to be a guitar player. I want to be a bass player. I want to do this. And they see that stuff on the stage and they're like, man, you're playing this festival in front of tons of people. And when that kind of thing comes into play, it's like maybe everyone there isn't watching or paying attention, but the ones that do and they tell you after, it becomes a whole nother thing where it's like, this really feels good to do this.
That's a good mindset, you know. When you have people that you don't even know that are, oh, wow, first time seeing you guys freaking rock. I like what you're doing.
Yeah. And it's like people that don't even know who you are catch even a moment, even if they stand for one song and they see, people are like, yeah, this is cool. This is cool. And especially a lot of the kids at those festivals see even a second of that, and that might even inspire new artists moving forward
to play the oboe
or the bassoon.
Or the bassoon. There's a long line of kids wanting to play that bassoon. Let me tell you.
Listen, if I won the Mega Millions, I would say, hey kids, every kid that picks up the bassoon, $100.
You could have an electric bassoon if you win the lotto.
I'd probably buy at least 20 guitars before that.
Well, at least you're honest about it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I'll
buy 20 guitars, then a bassoon.
But it's got to be electric, though.
Yeah, that's right. A little bit of war paint on it.
That's crazy.
Do you have anything in the queue?
I can.
Well, why don't you throw in some Iron Knot?
Iron who?
Iron Knot. Let him hear what Kluber sounds like. Play some Kluber songs. Since they're sort of similar, guitarist, singer, bass player, singer. I think you'll like Iron Knot.
Yeah, well, Kluber's not a fan of his singing in this, so
that's all right.
Well, I'm just putting it out there that, you know, he doesn't think he sings very good. We'll play a couple from Iron Knot, I guess, right? What's it matter? The band's broke up and
no one's gonna care.
Not like anybody's gonna come after me. Like, I know the guy, so.
That's right. You know the guy that knows the guy.
I think they were only around for 2 albums, I think.
Yeah, but they were good albums.
But they were basically just EPs, 3 songs, you know. So they did a couple EPs, and then I won't get into why the band broke up and all of it, because I'm not gonna.
Nobody cares.
I'm not going to judge people, but you know. Yeah. So here's a couple from Iron Knot, which I think, yeah, we still got the shirt up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
My pal Kluber he's from here, and he was a guitar player in Overloaded, and then he left to go to LA. He wanted to be in a touring band, and this is one of the bands he was in. there's quite a few more, and I'd be here all night playing all of them.
They're
good bands.
They all are.
Yeah,
Every
they're
band
good bands.
that he's been in is that great.
Yeah. What's the other one? Void Vader.
Void Vader.
Yeah, I don't have it up there.
There's some Void Vader in the disc somewhere.
Yeah, Void Vader. Gypsy Hawk was really good.
Yeah.
I should play some Gypsy Hawk for you later too.
And Overloaded, can't forget that.
Well, that's where he started.
I know.
We all know that.
And the singer went national too.
Yeah.
Chris Gillian.
Yeah, Gillian. Yeah, he was in what was it? Tokyo Blade.
Yeah.
He sang with them and toured all over Japan or something crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. So, anyways, here's some Iron Knot, and we'll be back with more stuff.
That's right. More stuff on the Plankman Show on TapDetroit.com. We need to get you to do a liner too.
A liner?
Yes. You can growl, howl, whatever you want.
Oh,
I gotta take a leak.
that's where we're all going. I don't know why that's closed. Doesn't need to be closed. We don't need to lock it. Oh, the dog doesn't need to get locked in. That's fantastic. "30 seconds."
Did that email come through?
I don't see it.
Sorry, you can look it up on the YouTube. Oh, come on. You got to push the button.
What are you talking about?
It's just like the TV ad.
The
for that stupid GMC.
the button's
bullshit.
over there.
Push the button.
The button's
Push the
over there.
button.
The
Push
button's
the
over there
button.
and over here, and
I mean, that's your
And you're-
advertising complaint. Push the button. What a fucking joke! If I was GM, I wouldn't have paid for that commercial to save my fucking life.
It's not the crab walk commercial, is it? Where-
That's the fucking stupidest bullshit I've ever
where the
seen.
cars drive sideways.
Oh,
why the fuck do I need a car to go?
Forget
like that?
parallel parking teaching. Just crab walk it.
That's
Yeah.
right. You can fucking crab walk your piece of shit by push the button.
I spent all this
Sorry.
money on a vehicle, and I can make it crab walk.
And
Wow.
that's the fucking selling point,
Yeah.
right? Push
Yeah.
the button.
Yeah.
I bet you I could make my car crab walk if I went 90 miles an hour and then just dipped the wheel as hard as I could. Would I park?
You wouldn't have to push the button to do that.
I'll push my own buttons.
That's right. Maybe lose a few buttons.
Oh God!
More than a few.
I'm sorry, I just had to throw that out.
Too many damn buttons.
God damn it.
Too many damn buttons nowadays.
Yeah, so the band you just heard was Iron Knot, and we did that because they're Kluber Rocks.
Yeah, Kluber. I forgot. I can't remember the name of the new band he's in.
Yeah, no, that's right. He got a new band.
Yeah, he's in a new band, and they're really cool.
Did they have an album out yet?
Yeah, they already had albums out. He joined the band.
Yeah.
They were already established. He's just a guitar player.
I'm sure he's loving it.
And God, I can't remember the name of that band. I'd have to look up and see what Kluber.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to look up. What's the name of that thing? Donkey what?
Oh, the swamp
The
donkeys.
Swamp Donkeys. That's a hell of a name.
That's a beautiful name.
How did you come up with a fucking Swamp Donkey as a name? Come on.
Oh, let me tell you.
Who cares? It's beautiful.
I want to know because I mean, like he's mentioned Greg here from Soot, who's in the studio with us tonight. He does guitar and vocals for the band. Has been throwing out some quite interesting band names and Swamp Donkey.
Let's give a big shout out to Joe.
To Joe.
Joe.
I love Joe.
He's a musical man.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe.
He's worked with the Swamp Donkeys. He's done some stuff with Soot. He has worked with Tiffadelic. He's the bass player of Tiffadelic. More than that. And
There's a Swamp Donkeys that's in Minnesota.
There's a lot of swamp donkeys. We're ready. We're going to have a war, and we're going to challenge them all.
It's a swamp donkey showdown.
Like, what the hell?
The swamp donkeys that you're looking for.
That's what you're looking for.
I got Johnny Wheels and the Swamp
Well,
Donkeys.
type in Christmas carols and razor blades.
Okay.
Just type in that song right there. That should probably do it for you. You'll get it up faster. Welcome to Radio for One, by the way. Only this time you can't hear him. Click on the keyboard fast. So, anyways, what about Joe?
Joe is a mastermind on a lot of the musical program going around my band specifically and other bands. But even more so, the Swamp Donkeys. Because Joe was the main cause of the name.
Yeah.
Once upon a time.
Oh, I feel a story coming up.
Once upon a time. We're just going to call this guy Gary.
Gary.
We're going to call him Gary just for fun.
Is that his real name or just fictional?
It could be real or fictional. I don't know. I guess only the listeners would know if it was real or fictional.
Only the people that know Joe know.
The only people that know, and they know.
Gary was hunting with Joe.
Gary's not from Indiana.
He could be.
He could be.
And he said, hey boy, look at that swamp donkey.
Look at that swamp donkey over there.
And that was history. At that point, we just knew the swamp donkeys were born.
So that's how the name came. And Planky actually found it and queued it up, eh?
What song do we have up?
Christmas carols and razor blades.
It is Christmas time, and I think the people might want to hear that.
Yeah. I mean, let's embrace the holiday season with a holiday song. I mean, is it actually playing? What the hell's going on?
I don't know.
Ah, you son of a...
Yeah, they got it with the commercial.
Goddamn ads.
Well, they made it look like the song was playing, so I'm like, oh, we're good.
Wasn't
Oh, and the song was playing. Hang
car
on.
warranty?
Oh, stand by.
It's always the car warranty.
Stand by. Let's see. There we go. Now, I've got a buddy that's a guitar player.
Yeah.
And he told me, now I don't know if this is true, Greg, or not. Maybe you can enlighten me. He said that every song is a love song.
That song was a love song.
I guess he's right.
Yeah.
And it was the love for those $30 Guitar Center jingle bells that we bought to record that song.
I do
See, now if you had that.
We did not have that. We did not have
That would have made the song.
'cause that shaker might have cost more than those jingle bells that we bought.
This was $15 on Amazon. On Amazon. I don't know. I say it's up there with Deck the Halls.
Yeah, I like it.
What the fuck? That
was a really good punk song.
if that doesn't get you in the mood for Christmas, I don't know what will.
No, I like it. I'm gonna have to find it. So where can we find all your music? I mean, are you guys like on streaming services, on YouTube? Like, where can we find it?
Both that and the Soot stuff are all on Spotify, Apple Music,
Damn.
YouTube. Sometimes you have to specifically type in.
No, we saw Blanky spend like 10 minutes trying to find the Christmas songs and Razor Blade.
Well, who knew there was Johnny's wheelchair and the Swamp Donkey?
Listen, we've got a few with the New Orleans Swamp Donkeys.
Oh Jesus!
If they happen to hear this, New Orleans Swamp Donkeys, we challenge you to a Swamp Donkey off.
Oh,
right here, breaking
All right.
news on Tap Detroit.
And we will even do it in New Orleans, so you don't have to leave your hometown. We'll come down.
wow!
We'll open. And I guarantee you, we're gonna swamp your ass out.
Wow! You heard it here first, folks.
Swamp your ass out.
There's gonna be a Swamp Donkey off.
That's right.
Yeah, well,
Down in New Orleans, you might even get some swamp ass.
I'd prefer to avoid the swamp ass,
Well,
but there's lots of that on the streets. So.
Along with manure and piss. And,
It's all over the place.
it's all
Stay out
over.
of the quarters. You'll be fine.
Filthy, filthy place.
Oh my God.
I had a rat tail when I went to swamp, or I was in Swamp Orleans when I went to New Orleans.
I can't picture you with a rat tail.
Oh.
I did have one.
Jordan had one.
Yeah, I can see Jordan having one.
My poor girlfriend used to braid my rat tail every day. Jesse, if you're listening, thank you, because I would have looked like a redneck slob without being braided. With it being braided, I looked like half a redneck slob.
Half a redneck slob.
Well, I had to thank you for the half redneck slob.
That's great.
I miss the rat tail.
I don't know if I would have hired you if you had a rat tail.
That wasn't why I cut off, but I'd say it was.
I mean, we got to add that to the Christmas music around
yeah,
here.
you
I
do.
mean, that's right up our alley, right there.
God, you're just a man of many talents here. Like, I never knew you were in a punk band, too.
I wish we didn't miss Thanksgiving because we have a Thanksgiving song too.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, it's never too late.
I say Thanksgiving's all year round.
Well, see, what's the name of the Thanksgiving song?
The Thanksgiving song is called Gravy Skin.
That even just sounds wrong.
Let's see if we can find it.
No one likes the skin on the gravy when it starts getting cold.
No, you gotta script that shit off.
It's awful.
Definitely fucked up shit.
Hey,
We're going to look it up.
could you pass the gravy? Oh yeah, sure. Oh, there you go.
What's this shit on top of it?
What? Can I use a fork, please? There's a film. It's been sitting here for too long.
Yes, it's skimmed over.
What is going on here? And that's the gravy skin. The worst part is the freaks that eat it.
Ooh,
They put it on their biscuits.
the
Th-
biscuits.
This is our swamp.
This is our swamp. That's our second album.
Oh,
It's got gravy skin on it.
yeah, looks like I found it.
Better than other kinds of skin.
Holy cow. Let's see. Is it going to play a commercial first? Or?
If it does, we better be paid.
Yes, that's right. They better give you some royalties for that.
Whoa, big finish.
Yeah, there's almost like a Motorhead influence on that song.
I do like Motorhead.
I couldn't tell. I could not tell with that one.
I don't know. I could see a little bit of Motorhead.
Yeah, no, it definitely sounded Motorhead-ish. Is that a word?
It could be.
Yeah, it is now.
It is now.
We're known for inventing words on this show.
Damn.
You got any other surprises up your sleeve there, Greg, that we don't know about? Jesus
Well, I do it. Since we're talking about Soot, there is another Soot song you can probably find on YouTube that would be good. Ground. Type in Soot and Ground. You might find it on YouTube.
Let's see what we... Ladies and gentlemen, we're playing the game called Can I Find It on YouTube?
It's almost as good as Planky Roulette.
I don't want to stray too far away because I've got 1,000 Swamp Donkey songs. Fans can hear.
Soot Ground.
If it's got white writing and the label
Yeah.
Soot, that's the one.
There you go. You heard it right here. Look at him.
Wow.
That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome. Holy
I like the
shit.
deepness of that song.
Yeah, that had a nice groove to it, you know?
The next album coming up will be a lot more like that.
Really. I'm intrigued, actually, quite a bit.
That was good. That was real good.
Yeah, so we got the singer of Soot and the guitar player, so he does both right here with Greg. You've been in the band for, you guys, what, a couple of years now? How long has it been around?
So it's three or 4 years, 12 on 4 maybe.
That's awesome.
Next studio recording, we're going to be down at the Russell with Rat Breath Records.
Where? At the Russell?
At the Russell.
We used to be in the Russell.
Yeah.
In the
Captain
lighter
Detroit started
building.
in the
We'll be at the Russell.
Yeah, building 2. We were in building 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. 3rd floor.
Yeah, Planky still has the door from the studio.
We actually have floor 4, door number 420.
There seems to be a lot of people that have that kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
And just by luck, and it's not just Soot though. That's Rat Breath Records. They've got Tiffadelic in there. They got the best of the bands.
So do you guys like practice there? Or is that just like where the recording is?
That's just the studio. That's shout out 100% of the studio of Rat Breath. We're just completely honored and very lucky to be in that studio, and it's going to be great. That room itself has great vibes.
That's good. Good sound.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
Yeah, there was a recording studio at the end of the hall where we were.
Yeah, after you died from walking up 20 flights of stairs.
I can't
Those
remember.
Russell stairs are great for exercise.
The guy would have a band in there like every week.
Run down to the bathrooms that didn't work, and the fucking guy would be jamming out.
Yeah, you'd go down there, and then he'd come out, during a break or whatever and be like, hey, man, who is that? And he'd tell you who it was, like, man, they sound good, like, so kind of turned us on some bands as well,
What about the Russell elevator?
It doesn't work.
I never tried it because I was afraid.
It doesn't work. It never worked.
You've never used the elevator?
Oh, I've used it, yeah. But
he would, but
you've used the elevator?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And wonder if you're going to make it to the next floor.
You're looking up, and there's that little slot. Up in the top, you see the cables running through. And then every time you press the button,
and they used to haul cars up those.
Oh yeah,
because it was an assembly. The car went up in the elevator, did whatever on that floor, came up and another elevator, and then.
No, I saw one look at that thing and said, "I'll die on the stairs, not the elevator."
Well, the elevator didn't work when you were there.
Thank God.
Yeah, that was great moving Olin out with no elevator.
Nope. The stairs were bad enough. I wasn't going to risk my life going in that fucking elevator either.
I think the elevator is halfway decent, but if you go to, they've got it all divided by floor and letters for elevator and stairwells.
Oh, really?
The stairs in B and C, I'd like to give a shout out to the pigeons who had dead corpses.
Is that the next song?
It could be. It's not written yet, but
it sounds like a song. It sounds like a song waiting to happen.
I'll fill it in the studio a little bit like pigeons, your corpse, something like that. Who knows?
It sounds like a song waiting to happen.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for him to write the spider song.
Oh, spider song's in the works. Wait.
Spider song.
Oh, there's a story, a work story behind that, but we'll just leave that one alone.
It'll come out when the song comes out.
That's right. and I told him I wanted to do background vocals on it.
I can.
Oh, we can do cowbell. Sure.
It definitely needs some cowbell.
Oh,
it's going to be scary.
The last time somebody told Planky he could play cowbell, they're like, "Yeah, we'll record it, but you got to be outside over there."
Yeah, it was weird. I don't know. It must be the acoustics of my cowbell outside, because they were in the recording studio, but I was outside. So it must have something to do with acoustics. You know, I'm not a recording guy, but the way I understood it was the acoustics were better if I was outside while the entire band was in the studio.
Which cowbell did you use? Cowbell 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Oh, the big one. The big
honk.
Yeah.
The big honker.
The big one. I mean, when you're recording, you gotta get the big cowbell out.
Bass cowbell.
Yeah.
You had the more plus extra more.
Yeah. You gotta get that. You gotta get that Steven Adler fucking cowbell out that looks like, you know, it came off of a cow. A cow with a big neck, you know, like them things are huge, man. Like that thing's got to be. I wish it was. It's here somewhere.
It's buried in the depths.
Yeah, it's
Do you have
here.
a cowbell sample?
I've got 3 cowbells in the other room, and I know that big cowbell's here somewhere.
Yeah, it's all right.
I have no idea where it is, but it's here somewhere. I'll find it
I hear the
eventually.
cowbell.
The cowbell is for hire.
Yeah, they'll like a cowbell for free.
Oh no! I just meant the cowbell was for hire. The cowbell itself.
I thought you were putting out applications.
No, the cowbell is out for hire. Me, on the other hand, I'm free. Nobody wants that. Nobody's paying for that.
I pay for the cowbell.
Yeah, well, fuck, this was cool.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's already over.
Should we get Greg to do a liner?
He can do a liner? Fuck yeah.
Well, what do you want to say?
Just say what band he's in, and, you know, you're listening to tapdetroit.com.
Yeah, the Plankman Show.
Yeah, whatever.
I'll tell Liner we're on the Plankman Show right now. You guys like that?
That was a little more simplistic than what we would normally want.
Of course, you like that.
You know, something would be like, you know, this is Greg from Sutton. You're listening to, but you can use whatever your artistic, ability. You can do some growl in there.
This is Greg.
You can be very
from
smooth.
Soot on the Plankman Show, tapdetroit.com, baby.
All right.
And get ready for the next upcoming show at the 4th of January. Coming up at Corktown Tavern with Deaf Go Blind and 7 Ways and your favorite suit. Here you are with Planky and Ted on the Plankman Show, tapdetroit.com. Good night. You like it?
We'll take it.
That is great. That is getting used, damn it. I'm using that. I'm using it.
We do appreciate you coming down, man. It was hard to believe that was 2 hours. It just flew by.
I know. I just looked over. I'm like, it's 9:59.
It's all right.
Like,
It just seemed like we walked in the door.
Yeah, what the fuck happened? Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks to the 2 people that were watching YouTube for whatever reason.
Thank you, too. Thank you, too.
There you go.
I'm trying to end it. There it is. End.